Hello, and welcome back to the Everyday Speaking Podcast, the show that helps you upgrade your English one conversation at a time. I'm your host, John.
And I'm Sarah. It's great to be back with you all.
So, Sarah, what's on the agenda for today?
Today, we're diving into a topic that's perfect for casual chats and getting to know people better: hobbies and free time activities.
Right. It's one of those classic small talk questions, isn't it? What do you do for fun? But how you answer can really open up a conversation.
Exactly. And we're going to give you all the vocabulary and phrases you need to talk about your passions confidently. So stick around.
To kick things off, Sarah, let me ask you, what do you get up to in your free time?
Oh, that's a great question. Lately, I've been really into baking, specifically sourdough bread.
Sourdough. That's impressive. I hear it's quite a process.
It is. It's a bit of a science experiment, to be honest. You have to feed the starter, and it's quite temperamental. But when you pull a perfect loaf out of the oven, there's nothing like it.
Wow, a perfect loaf. I can just imagine the smell. So you're a bit of a baker then.
I'm becoming one. It's a great way for me to switch off after a long day. The whole process is very mindful. What about you, John? What do you do to unwind?
Well, for me, it's all about getting outdoors. I'm a big fan of hiking.
Oh, nice. So you're the adventurous type.
I try to be. There's a national park not too far from me, and I try to explore a new trail every other weekend. It's the perfect way to clear my head.
That makes sense. Just you and nature.
Exactly. Besides that, I also dabble in playing the guitar. I'm not very good, mind you.
You dabble in it. I like that phrase.
Yeah, to dabble in something means to try an activity, but not in a very serious way. I know a few chords, enough to play a simple song, but I won't be performing on stage anytime soon.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. We've talked about what hobbies are, why they're important, and hopefully given you some great language to talk about your own. You know, John, there's another side to this conversation we haven't touched on yet: the idea of turning your hobby into a side hustle.
I think that's what hobbies are all about, though. It's not about being a professional, it's about the enjoyment.
Totally. It's purely for fun.
You know, you just used a great phrase there, to dabble in. I think this is a perfect time to break down some more useful expressions for talking about hobbies.
Excellent idea. The most common question, as we've said, is what do you do in your free time? Or what are your hobbies? But there are more casual ways to ask.
Like you asked me, what do you get up to in your free time? It sounds a lot more natural and friendly.
Right. And when you answer, instead of just saying I like, you can use phrases that show more enthusiasm. For example, I'm really into. So I could say, I'm really into hiking.
Yeah, that has more energy. Or you could say, I'm a big fan of. Like, I'm a big fan of classic cinema.
That's a good one. It really emphasizes how much you enjoy it. And we already covered to dabble in for something you do casually.
What if you're really good at something, though? Is there a phrase for that?
Absolutely. A great informal expression is to be a dab hand at something. For instance, my brother is a dab hand at fixing cars.
A dab hand. I've not heard that one much. It's very British, isn't it?
It is, but it's understood in many places. It just means you're very skilled. So you, Sarah, are becoming a dab hand at baking sourdough.
I'll take that. I'm working on it.
Another key part of talking about hobbies is explaining why you do them.
Right, the benefit. Many people have hobbies to relax, so you can say, it helps me unwind, or it helps me switch off.
Switch off is great. It creates this image of turning off your work brain and just focusing on something else.
Exactly. After a stressful week, playing guitar really helps me switch off.
Perfect. And finally, a fun way to describe yourself is using phrases like, I'm a bit of a, followed by a noun. For example, I'm a bit of a bookworm, or I'm a bit of a film buff.
Or even, I'm a bit of a history nerd. It's a playful way to own your passion for something.
Totally. It shows self-awareness and makes you more relatable.
So we've covered how to talk about hobbies, but let's chat for a minute about why they're so important. It's more than just passing the time, right?
Oh, absolutely. I was reading a study that showed people with regular hobbies are less likely to suffer from stress and depression.
That makes complete sense. When you're absorbed in an activity you love, your brain gets a break from all the daily worries. It's a form of mindfulness.
Mindfulness, exactly. Like when I'm kneading dough, I'm not thinking about my to-do list. I'm just focused on the texture, the process.
Yeah, I get that same feeling when I'm on a difficult part of a hiking trail. All my focus is on my next step. It's very grounding.
And it's not just about mental health. Hobbies can also be a fantastic way to develop new skills.
For sure, learning an instrument, for example, improves your memory, your coordination, your discipline.
And your patience. Trust me, sourdough requires a lot of patience.
I bet. And what about the social side of things?
That's a huge part of it for many hobbies. Joining a book club, a sports team, or even an online community for bakers, it connects you with people who share your interests.
Right, it's an instant bond. You immediately have something to talk about, which is great for practicing English, by the way.
An excellent point. Joining a club or group related to your hobby is a low-pressure way to have real conversations. Okay, so what if someone listening is thinking, this is all great, but I don't really have a hobby? Where do they start?
That's a great question. I think the first step is to get curious. Think back to what you enjoyed doing as a kid. Was it drawing, building things, exploring?
Oh, that's a good tip. Often our childhood interests can point us towards adult hobbies. Maybe you loved Legos, so you could try something like model building or woodworking.
Exactly. Another tip is to just try something, anything, for a short period. You could sign up for a one-day workshop.
A pottery class, a cooking lesson, an introductory coding boot camp.
The stakes are low. If you don't like it, you've only spent a few hours and maybe a little money, but you've learned something about yourself.
And you don't have to be good at it right away. I think that's what stops a lot of people, the fear of being a beginner.
Totally. You have to embrace being a beginner. Everyone was a beginner once. The goal is enjoyment, not perfection.
Well said. The internet is also an incredible resource. YouTube has tutorials for literally everything from calligraphy to juggling.
True. You can learn the basics of almost any skill from the comfort of your own home. The key is just to start somewhere.
And be open to surprises. You might try something you never thought you'd like and find out you absolutely love it.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. We've talked about what hobbies are, why they're important, and hopefully given you some great language to talk about your own.
We hope you feel inspired to either pick up a new hobby or share your current ones with more confidence in English.
Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed today's conversation, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our community of English learners. And here's a little challenge for you. Try to use at least 3 phrases from today's episode in your own conversation tomorrow. Stay consistent, keep practicing, and we'll see you in the next episode of Everyday Speaking Podcast. Upgrade your English one conversation at a time.